Hey everyone, welcome back to That's Some Idea. I'm Erica. If you are returning, hey. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button and come hang out. I went back to the thrift store because I put it out into the universe that I really wanted to find a fruit basket because I didn't find it the last time. So I went one more time thinking, let's just give it a shot. And I found something along with some other goodies. So I will share those with you. I also found a book a while back at Dollar Tree for when it was still $1.25. And the book was I believe it was the 14th or 15th book in this series. And I thought, ooh, and I've said on previous hauls that if I find a book at Dollar Tree that is intriguing enough to me, I will visit other places like Amazon or Half Price Books or even eBay to see if I can't get the series for a discounted price. I ended up going on eBay and I ended up getting the whole set, the whole series, so that I can read it this winter, and I can add it to my ever-growing library that I am creating, which I'm hoping to share with you as I begin rebuilding that. But I will share all of that with you on this haul. Grab a drink, sit back, and let's see all of the goodies that I found. So on my journey into Goodwill, I did find this. This was brand new. This has never been used. And the reason that I know it's never been used is because all of the accessories to it are still in the bottom of the bag, and so was the silicone little packet. This cost me $6.99, and I'm gonna use it this winter because it's just beautiful. It is this leather bag, just beautiful. It has 3 open compartments in the center. 2 of them are magnetic button, and the center one is a zip closure. And the reason that I was so intrigued was because one of its keychains was still in its packaging, so I knew it'd never been used. And its strap was still in the package in pristine condition, hadn't been worn, hadn't been clipped, nothing. And the silicone thing was still in it. So I thought this was a steal. I cannot find a name for it, but I absolutely love the red inside of this. It reminds me of La Bouton. I love it. And then this part up here clasps as well, so you can hold it. So pretty. So I did grab that for $6.99 for myself for this winter. And I also grabbed something that was brand new that had never been used. And I just thought, oh, we're gonna use this for farmers markets. We're gonna use this to go shopping at Aldi, because why not? This was $3.99, and it is by a company called Out of the Woods, and it's called Paper Yeah. And it's this big sort of tote-like, it almost looks like an LL Bean tote, but it's not, and I will explain. You can see how big it gets, which I thought would be perfect for grocery shopping. This is a brand called Out of the Woods, and this is called Supernatural Paper. This bag is made from paper pulp that is sourced from responsibly managed forests, bonded to make it durable and washable, which is supernatural indeed. So you can wash this, it's durable. I mean, it feels like an LL Bean tote. It's crazy. And it has a really nice logo there on the front, you can see. So that went into the cart. Yes, it did. And then I did find a small basket, but I'm going to use it more for other odds and ends in my kitchen. This is not going to be my fruit basket, but it was too pretty not to pass up. And it was in good shape. This did cost me $1.99. It's this black, pretty basket with handles on it that has a little bit of wicker on the bottom. So I'm going to use this for more than likely coffee pods or tea sachets, something like that. But I thought that was really pretty. And then I also grabbed, because you always need these for decor, the holiday times, I grabbed one of these table frame standers for plates or photos or things like that. And this also cost me $1.99. So can't go wrong. Always need these. And it's metal, it's not plastic. So I thought that was great. And then I found, for my bedroom, because I am redoing parts of my bedroom as well, I found these. These are wrought iron. They were $3.99 a piece. I have a set on my wall currently, but they're old and they're not the sort of aesthetic style that I'm going for now in my master bedroom, but these are. And they remind me, these are wall sconces for candles. They're gorgeous. Just, I couldn't. Into the cart they went. Into the cart they went. $3.99 a piece. These remind me of fleur-de-lis. And I just love them. These are gonna replace my old ones because they're more like geometric squares, and they don't really fit in with my aesthetic anymore, but these do. So grab those. Absolute steal for both of them. These are heavy too. And then I found this because I have a sunken living room. So it sits about 6-7 inches lower than the rest of my main floor. It was typical late 80s, early 90s thing, I guess. My house was built in the early 90s. And it's a vaulted ceiling. And so the living room sits about 6-7 inches lower than the rest of the main floor, and then it has a vaulted ceiling. Well, on part of that vaulted ceiling, there's a big ledge going across the top of it that you can put plants, or you can put, statues and things like that. Well, I have designed it to have lanterns all over it. And all of my lanterns have remote control candles in it. And so at night, when I turn it on, it makes my whole entire sunken living room glow. And I found this one to put up with the lantern collection, and I will put a remote controlled candle in it. This cost me $4.99, and it just looks like this open lantern that hangs, and I'm gonna put a remote controlled candle in there, and I'm gonna add it to the top of that ledge. So pretty. So grab that. And then I grabbed this bag for $1.99 because I only wanted one thing out of it. I thought all the other magnets were just whatever. I'm not gonna keep them. I only wanted it for this one magnet. And I have been eyeing one of these on Amazon. I've been eyeing one of these on Shein, and they're more than $1.99, that's for sure. But I did grab this full set of magnets just to have this one. This is going, obviously, on my dishwasher. It is a magnet for dirty and clean. For $1.99, I don't care about the Harley Davidson magnets in here. Somebody else can have them if they like Harley Davidson magnets. I don't care. I just wanted it for this. And that's what I did. And the last two things I found are to replace the fruit basket that I lost. And I was so excited. It still gives the rustic sort of decor, and it does kind of go with this as well, this sort of wire-rimmed baskets that I had previously. My original basket was red. This is a little bit more of a rust red. But it's this wired basket with handles on it. This cost me $1.99. And it's just perfect for a fruit basket to put apples in. And then what I also got for $1.99, no, this was $2.99. So this was $2.99. I'm gonna put this underneath, and it sits really nicely. This is a banana hook. So now I have fruit basket with a banana hook that I can put back onto my counter that I got for $5 and some change, instead of paying an arm and a leg for a new one. And I have seen some at the store that are like $15.99, $25.99, depending on what you want. But I thought, oh, $5 and some change, it serves its purpose. So I was so excited. I put the good message out to the universe, and I have a new fruit basket. And then the last thing, this is from eBay. I found this book, like I said, at Dollar Tree, and I grabbed it for $1.25. This is by an author, Alexander McCall Smith. He's Scottish. And this is called The Sweet Remnants of Summer, an Isabel Dalhousie novel. And this is the author. And I just thought he looked so cheeky. He just looks so cheeky. And it's a cute story about just a small town in Scotland. And just their, you know, crazy adventures and sort of the mysteries that they have to solve and so on and so forth. And Isabel Dalhousie is the main character in this whole series. And so I went online and I thought, I don't just want to read like book 15. I want to, you know, enjoy the journey. And so I went on eBay and somebody was selling the entire set. And it was a set with both paperback and hardback, and I was okay with that. You know, it doesn't bother me that it has to all be aesthetics. I really like the look of an aged, you know, weathered and worn with love sort of library, because I had one like that in my house growing up as a kid. So it was really important to me to just add, you know, the story. And so I got this set for about, I think I paid about $70 for this. It came out to, I don't know, with shipping and everything, it was maybe, you know, with taxes and shipping, I think the grand total was around $95 for everything. But I got all 14 books of the whole set. And this is what it looks like. And I have a handful of paperbacks and a handful of hardbacks. Make sure I don't grab it, make sure everything doesn't fall here. But I'm gonna read that this winter. And then obviously this one from the Dollar Tree was the last one. So I have now the whole set. And I think he might have, like, book 16 I think is coming, but I don't know when it's coming. I wanna read everything and see how it goes. I have read reviews, and it's really kind of like a light-hearted series, you know, that just kind of talks about, you know, like easy mysteries that people have to solve and just like life's lessons and things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, you know, checking out, if you find a book, like I said, I love to do that. I've done it several times. If you do find a book that is at Dollar Tree that is part of a series, you know, whether it's like book 2 in a trilogy, or it's book 3 of a trilogy, or it's the sequel or the prequel to something, a nice way to get a set to add to your collection is to go to places like Half Price Books or eBay or, you know, Amazon used books and get the set. I'm sure if I got every single one of these brand new off of Amazon, I probably would have been looking at $200 for everything altogether. If I, you know, if I went the whole hardback route, I probably would have been looking at $250. So to do what I did, one, saves me money, and it gives me an opportunity to hold the books and to just build up my library. So that is everything that I got this time around from the thrift store, from my local Goodwill, and from eBay. Let me know what your favorite item was. Sometimes when you put the good news out into the universe, you can kind of find what you're looking for, the best option for you. So I absolutely love that. Let us know what your favorite item was in the comments below, and I will see you all on the next go around.